All right, hey y'all. This is Cypress, and this is Questions on the Red Couch. Ooh, what's your go-to post-show meal? I definitely end up getting pizza a lot post-show because that's what's open, that's what's around. But I think my favorite one is I'll go to like the deli close to me, close to my apartment, and get like a chicken parm sub, and with that chicken parm sub goes cheddar sour cream ruffles. It's like kind of a weird combo. It's cool. I don't want to be shamed for that. I do feel shame whenever I have a cheesy snack that's like a chips or a pretzel or something, but I don't want to feel that way. So drop a comment if you're proud of me. How did formal training influence your artistry? Oh, I mean a lot. I had taken piano lessons since I was about 7 years old, and got like a handful of voice lessons in middle school, and then I went to arts high school. I went to music college, um, and so I got a lot of that young, and then I haven't taken lessons since the second year of college. So it's been a lot of like letting go of that stuff, and just letting go and letting God, you know. But yeah, kind of unlearning the structure of all that, and you know, finding the creativity in those sorts of things. Well, and I'll add to like I went to Berklee College of Music and I studied songwriting there, and so a big part of that is there's like they'll tell you like a lot of structure to songwriting. Though it's A B B, you know, and so it's good to always take all that with a grain of salt. So like, you know, a lot of my life has been ignoring formal training. When you're in NYC, what switches creatively versus home? It's just so different. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and it's very different from here. It's hard to say exactly what switches. You feel I don't know. I always get inspired when I'm at home. I always end up writing something, a couple things, usually when I'm at home in a way that maybe when I'm here I feel like I should be writing, and when I'm at home I have like you've got that I have to write, like, oh, I have this idea, I've got to write it, you know, rather than maybe here where I'm like trying to come up with something to have another song to. This isn't the part of the job that I'm very good at, so it's this is fun. Where do you draw most of your inspo from? I love that it says inspo, not inspiration. That's nice. That's very cool. It's very cool. Makes me feel like we have college students in the room. Yes. Where do I draw most of my inspo from? Good question. It's probably copying a lot of my friends and then trying to make it seem like I didn't copy them. I mean, if probably a real answer is well, not that that's not a real answer, but a lot of it comes from a lot of different places. Uh, you know, when I was young, I was like raised on like acoustic folk music, and then I got really into jazz like middle high school, and then I got really into Ben Folds, uh, you know, like funny piano rock, and then you know, so I've had a lot of different, and I've played in like, you know, a lot of like corporate bands and things like that. So I've gotten into like all the pop and the rock, and so it's where do I draw most of my inspiration from? It's honestly a better question. Well, not a better question, but like a more of a problem for me is than finding inspiration is picking which inspiration to tackle that day, because there's so much music, great music out there. How often do I listen to my own music? Every day, and I shouldn't. Every day. It's all. I don't listen to stuff that's out, but like the things that aren't out, I obsessively listen to them, and that needs to stop. How has your music evolved since your last release? Well, my last release was in 2021, so it's evolved a lot, and I'm working on a handful of songs right now that are, I'd say, about 80% there, and I've got a friend of mine that is a great producer, and we're gonna cross the finish line with those together. And I would say the writing's just evolved. I mean, the last song I released was written when I'm 29. I was probably 20. I was 25 when I wrote it. The last song that I released, and so that's we've all been through a lot since then, you know, with the COVID, and specifically the like mid to late 20s. You do a lot of at least I've done a lot of work on myself, uh, you know, which is embarrassing because I just am only still this, you know. But this is the worked on version of myself. So it's evolved a lot musically and mostly I hope ways that show maturity and better handle on my heart and on my life and what's important, you know, to me and really important in life, you know, family and taking care of yourself and your mental uh, and your emotions. What movie would work best with your music as a soundtrack? Oh God, any movie, please put me in a movie. Please, honestly, I've gotten the feedback sometimes that, oh, your music would be great in a movie, and so I'm just putting that out in the universe. Please put it in a movie. Honestly, I mean, any movie. I think it's kind of folky, indie folky, you know. So I feel like every movie has a song like that, you know. I'm just really trying to sell my music right now. I'm like, pay my rent, please. Um, God, what would? Yeah, I don't know. I think that's my answer. I think it could be anything, you know. I'm watching Outer Range right now, an Amazon show. Anybody? Yeah, great show. I'm loving it. I'm on the edge of my seat in the middle of season 2, and I feel like my music's too happy for that show. Um, but I think it would be great in any rom com. And I don't know. I don't know people's names, or else I'd say like a director that I think would really like my music. What's one piece of advice you think young songwriters should hear? That's a good question. I can tell you something my dad told me when I was a young songwriter. Some people would still say that I am a young songwriter. Uh, my dad told me before I went to college to study songwriting. Um, Actually, no, it was earlier than that. It was before I went to arts high school because I'd started writing songs in like trying to write songs anyway, seventh, eighth grade, and he said don't forget how you write your songs now, you know, which to me just it just means don't forget the kind of the naive, no rules, immature way that you write, you know, because people will, and the more you write, the more you learn rules for yourself too, and people will try and tell you how a song should be, and there's really no one way that a song should be at all, you know. So don't forget how you did it before you learned how to do it, you know. And that's it. That's the end. Look at that. Thank you, Red Couch.